So, good evening everyone and welcome to this live session. It's lovely to see you all on Google Meet, in which we are going to have a live session on mindfulness and meditation. We thought it will be good to have a meditation session in this time of pandemic to release our anxiety and stress. In this session, you will learn heartfulness relaxation for physical and mental calm. And I'm very glad today to introduce Mr. Lama Yeshe, who is originally from England and now he is in Chandigarh. He is a meditation master and has 2 meditation centers in northern India. He has introduced mindfulness into schools in India, Canada and UK. His approachable manner has attracted many students who appreciates his sense of humor and practical advice. Lama ji, namaste. On behalf of our Mission Revival team, I welcome you in this live session in which you are going to help us practice meditation. We welcome you from the bottom of our heart.
So namaste everybody, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk to you today about meditation and mindful meditation. So we all know that at the moment we're all going through really challenging times, and that can bring on fear and anxiety and stress and really make us feel overwhelmed. And the best way to deal with that is through meditation and through mindfulness, because it brings us back into ourselves. All of that stress, that anxiety, that fear, that feeling of being overwhelmed, only exists in one place, and that's here in your head. It doesn't exist outside of you. So it means that, and that is a good thing, because it means that you can do something about it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what meditation is, because we get a little confused, I think, these days with actually what meditation is. We have so many Vipassana meditation, we have Kundalinis, we have the chakras, and so many different types of meditation. But actually, we can put all of those to one side a moment and just learn how can we meditate. Once we've learned how to meditate, then we can do all these other types of meditation. But until you've learned the basics of meditation, it's really difficult for you to focus on any of your chakras, because you focus on one and your mind wanders off and you have to bring it back. So what is meditation? So meditation means that we're training our mind to stay focused on one thing. So the best thing to be focused on is your breath, because we always have that breath. We don't have to go anywhere special, we don't have to buy anything. The breath is always there. So, and the breath is always in the present moment. We can't breathe for tomorrow or breathe for yesterday. We can only breathe for now. So when you're watching your breath going in and coming out, you're bringing yourself gently into the present moment. Now, when we're in this present moment, we can deal with what is happening. When we allow our minds to go off into the future and we start telling ourselves stories about this is going to happen or this won't happen, once we start doing that, once we start telling ourselves stories and thinking about these stories, our mind cannot tell the difference here between what is fact and what is fantasy. If you are thinking that this is going to happen, I'm going to get the virus, I won't find a hospital bed, and I might infect my family, and you start telling stories like this, your mind will start to believe it. Once it starts to believe it, that is when you become anxious and fearful and become overwhelmed. So when that happens, what we need to be doing is just gently bringing ourselves back to the present moment. We can't deal with this because it's a fantasy, it's a story. How can we deal with it? We can't. So when we come back to the present moment, it means that we become aware of what is my thought process now? And of course we can see my thought process is one of fear and anxiety and stress. So I can then deal with that because it's here, it's in the present moment. We also become aware of our emotions, we become aware of any tension we're holding in the body, and we become aware of our immediate environment. So it means by just bringing ourselves back to the present moment, we can actually become fully aware of what is happening. When we have that awareness, we can do something about it. We can't do anything about these fantasies, these stories we're telling ourselves. So when we find ourselves ahead by that, telling ourselves stories, rehearsing what may or may not happen, we need to do is bring ourselves back. And the best way to do that is by using your breath. So I'm going to teach you a mindfulness practice that you can do now. That's a simple practice that just lasts for 2 or 3 minutes. And if you feel you're starting to get overwhelmed and anxious and stressed, you can use this practice to gently bring yourself back into the present moment. Then you get this awareness. Not only do you get the awareness of your thoughts and your emotions and what is happening, but it also opens up your mind. You start to be able to think consciously. Instead of telling stories, we're now thinking realistically, logically and consciously. We can then make good choices, but we can't make those choices when we're looking into the future and getting anxious and stressed. We can only make those good choices in our lives when we're present in the moment, when we know what is happening. And that is mindfulness. It's nothing, magical or mystical. It just means I'm aware of what is going on now. And then I can deal with what is going on now. So the practice I want to teach you, first of all, before we go into meditation, is called rhythmic breathing. Now, the whole idea of this is we get a rhythm going in our breath. So when we're breathing in and getting that rhythm going, as we breathe in, we start to activate our left hippocampus part of the brain, which is where we do our learning. Some of our memory is there. So it means that we become focused. When we breathe out with that, we activate our parasympathetic part of our central nervous system, which means we calm down. So by watching the breath, breathing in, breathing out, we stop thinking about these stories we're telling ourselves, and now we're watching our breath, so we're brought into the present moment. And we're doing the rhythmic breathing, we're making ourselves focused and calm. So when we finish the practice, we're in the moment, we're focused, we're calm, we can start to deal with whatever is happening now. We can start being more realistic and logical. So what we're going to do is we're just going to breathe in for the count of 4 and then breathe out for the count of 4. And we'll do that and just get that nice rhythm going. Then I'll say to you 5 and we'll breathe in 5, breathe out 5, and then we'll do 6. Breathe in 6 and breathe out 6. Make sure when you're breathing in, you breathe all the way in to the end of your counting. And when you breathe out through the nose, breathe out all the way to the end of the counting, and just get rhythm going there. The best thing to do, relax. There is no wrong way to do this. Breathing and counting, they're two things that you can do quite easily. So just relax, and then you'll start to see yourself calm down. You'll feel your shoulders dropping. You'll feel you're sinking into your chair. You're becoming nice and relaxed. So I'm not going to count. I'll allow you, just invite you to count for yourself. But I will say, sit comfortably in your chair. And when we do it, just lightly close your eyes so you can focus your whole attention on breathing in and counting and breathing out and counting. So just get yourself nice and comfortable and lightly close your eyes.
Yeah. Everyone, please be calm and sit comfortably on your place and listen to the instructions of Lamaji, and accordingly we all will practice together.
So now Just breathe in and count 4. And breathe out and count 4. And just keep counting and breathing and just get a nice rhythm going there. And remember, relax. And now breathe in and count 5. Breathe out and count 5. And just get that rhythm going. And as you're breathing out, just allow your shoulders to drop. Allow yourself to just sink down into your chair, becoming more and more relaxed. So continue to breathe in 5, breathe out 5. Now breathe in 6 and breathe out 6. Get that rhythm going. And now just very slowly start to open your eyes and just begin to breathe normally. So a practice like this you can do for 3 minutes, 4 minutes. It all depends how stressed out you are. If you're extremely stressed out, then do it for 5 minutes. But I would say the 3 minutes is usually enough. 1 minute doing the 4, 1 minute the 5, 1 minute the 6. But if you are more stressed and anxious, then just make it longer. The best way to do this is really relax. Just allow yourself to relax. Just focus on breathing in and counting. Just allow your body to react to that breathing and counting. You don't have to worry about your hippocampus or your central nervous system. It will do its own job. We don't have to worry. All we have to do is be watching the breath. So whenever life gets a little difficult or a little bit too much for you, then try this practice. So let's talk a little bit about what meditation is then. So meditation, that was your mindfulness. The meditation is more of a formal practice. So mindfulness means that you can do anywhere, whenever you need it, then do that practice. Meditation is more of a formal practice where we sit down and we do set a time and we do it each day. So that's the meditation. So what meditation is teaching us is that we're staying focused. So our minds we know that our minds get very, very distracted. It only takes 1 or 2 things and our mind has gone up here and it's gone off there, and it puts the mind under a huge amount of pressure. So by doing meditation, what we're doing is training the mind to sit on one thing, and that one thing is your breath. So all we have to do is just breathe normally. We don't have to change the breath. We don't have to make it longer or shorter. Whatever you're breathing, you just focus on that. And you'll notice that just by focusing on that, it will naturally calm down and slow itself down. When we're focusing on the breath, of course, thoughts are going to come into our mind. And many people say to me, one of the reasons they can't meditate is that, so many thoughts come into my mind. And you see, the point of that, they think those thoughts are a distraction. They're not part of the meditation, but they are. They are part of the meditation. What we're trying to do is train the mind. So whenever we're breathing in, we're breathing out, and the next minute we're now thinking. When we notice that we're thinking, that's a moment of awareness. We now become aware, I'm thinking. All we do then is just gently come back and start watching our breath coming in and out. By keep doing that, every time we think, we come back. We think, we gently come back. We're doing two things there. One of the things we're doing when we bring the mind back to watching the breath is we slow our brain waves down. So our brain waves are like this, we have around 60,000 thoughts every day. The mind is busy. By gently keep coming back, it slows those brain waves down. Once those brain waves start to slow down, so will your thoughts. You'll have less distraction. So many people think that they have to stop their thinking. But how can we stop our thinking? If we're sitting here thinking, I'm stopping my thinking, we're actually thinking that we're stopping our thinking. So the only way to stop that thinking is to slow them down, is just by gently coming back. So those thoughts are not a distraction. Those thoughts are helping you to actually slow those brainwaves down. Once you slow them down, your thoughts will slow down and you'll spend more time meditating. And when you come out of the meditation, you will feel so much better about yourself. The other thing that we're doing when we keep coming back is we're training our mind not to chase thoughts. Out of these 60,000 thoughts, we chase every one of them. When was the last time you stopped and thought, no, that isn't a good thought, I'll let that thought go? We don't. Whatever the thought comes into our head, off we go, chasing after it. We're like a dog. If you throw a stick for a dog, the dog won't look at the stick and think, that's a nice stick, it's nice wood and it's nice and long. He would just chase after the stick. We're exactly the same with our thoughts. A thought comes into our head, we're off, chasing after it. And that is where we start to tell ourselves these stories that are making us anxious and stressed. So by slowing those brainwaves down, we don't need to chase after them. And we're training our mind that, okay, now we're thinking, now I'll come back and watch my breath. I'm thinking, I'll come back. So you're also training your mind that you don't need to be chasing after every thought. So all of this comes by just watching your breath. The length of time you do this type of meditation is not the most important thing. If you do 5 minutes, it's better than doing no minutes. 5 to 10 to 15 minutes every day, you'll see a big difference in yourself after 8 weeks. You'll become more calm, more focused, more tolerant, and things that used to annoy you, they'll stop annoying you. Don't worry about them. Just by watching our breath, having thoughts coming back.
Excuse me, please mute your microphone, please. Can you please mute your microphones? Thank you.
So by just watching our breath and keep coming back after we're thinking, we will calm ourselves down and you will start to become more tolerant, more patient, more calm. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll feel emotionally and psychologically stronger to be able to cope with whatever is happening in the world and whatever happening in your life. So it's such a simple thing to do. So don't think that, I'm doing it wrong. If you're breathing in and you're breathing out and you'll just keep coming back from your thoughts to breathing out, then you're doing it correct. Now you don't need to be sitting on the floor cross-legged. You need to be comfortable. So that isn't comfortable, just sit on a chair and just sit nice and comfortably in your chair and just your breath. So I know when people say the word meditation, many people just go, oh no, I can't do it. So forget the word meditation. What we're doing is we're just sitting down and we're watching our breath and we're just relaxing. Tell your mind that. If you tell your mind meditation, then you'll get all sorts of thoughts. So forget the word, just focus on what we're doing. We're sitting, we're breathing, we're relaxing. That's all we need to tell our mind. So I would suggest that you do every morning. When you're starting off doing the meditation, morning is much easier because our mind is less busy. You know, when you've had a busy day, everything's gone on and you sit down to meditate, then everything that's gone on in that day is just going round into your head like a washing machine on full spin. It's like shh, and it makes it really difficult for you to actually do the meditation. So when you're training yourself to do meditation, do it in the morning. Do it before you really engage with the day. Talk to somebody or look at your phone or before you read the paper or whatever. Just sit down quietly. All you need to do is sit and watch the breath. Now, where you watch the breath is up to you. Some people feel it as it comes through the nose. Some people feel it in the throat. Some people the chest and in the stomach. You find out where it suits you. Where can you feel that? A lot of the time when you're starting off, it's better to focus on your stomach because when you breathe in, your stomach comes out. When you breathe out, your stomach goes in. So if you're just watching the in and out of your stomach, you're watching your breath. So start off by trying that. If that doesn't work, try your chest, your throat, your nose. Chest works. None of them are better. They're all exactly the same. So as I said, we need to do this every day because we need to train our mind. Meditation is the gift. So, you know, if somebody gave you a little puppy, wanted to train that puppy to sit, if you did it every Tuesday or you just did it at weekends or on special holidays, then you would never learn what you wanted to do. It's the same for your mind. But not if you're not teaching your mind how to do this every day, it becomes really difficult. And every day is a struggle. I would say that if you do it every day around 10 minutes every day, after 4 weeks, you already start changing yourself. If you feel that change in yourself, then you're going to want to do it every day. And then you'll want to make, that's up to you. But what I would say is just do between 5 and 10 minutes a day. Don't put yourself under pressure. Don't think, I'm going to do 1 hour. Because maybe the first day you will. But then after the next day, I don't have an hour, so I won't do it. I'll do it tomorrow and tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes. So just be realistic. 5 to 10 minutes every day, just sitting down, closing your eyes, watching the breath. Relax. So let's try it, shall we? We'll just do 5 minutes. And
okay.
So all you have to do is just sit nice and comfortable. So really get yourself comfortable. Because for 5 minutes you don't really want to move. So get yourself in a position where if you can put your feet flat on the ground because it makes you more stable. You're not going to wobble around. Hands you can just put in your lap, wherever's the most comfortable for you. If you have a back chair and you want to lean, just lightly lean, don't lean back too much. If you lean back too much, sleep. You don't want that. And if you're too far forward like this, it's difficult to breathe. So just get yourself into a nice posture where you know you can breathe, you know you're relaxed, and then you're going to be calm. So get yourself into that nice relaxed posture. And then lightly close your eyes. So what we're going to do, just get ourselves nice and focused. I want you to start breathing in normal, don't change your breath. But I want you to notice where you can feel that breath. Is it in your nose as you breathe in and out? Is it in your throat? Can you feel it in the chest? Or can you feel it in the stomach? Wherever it is good for you, just leave your focus there. What we're going to do to make it easier to start, I want you to count the in. As you breathe in, just mentally count 1. As you breathe out, mentally count 2. And do that and count all the way up to 10. And when you reach 10, come back and start to count from 1 again. So begin by counting 1 on the in breath, 2 on the out breath, 3 on the in breath. Count all the way up to 10. Now if your mind wanders off during it, gently bring it back and start watching your breath and counting. So continue to count your in and out. Remember to give yourself permission to relax. Now I want you to stop your count. Just leave your awareness on the breath as it flows in, as it flows out. So let's just do 1 more minute of just watching the breath going in and out. So now just very, very slowly start to open your eyes. Just sit there a moment, just gently bring yourself back into your room. When you finish a meditation practice, don't just open your eyes quickly and get up and run away, because all that calm and all that peace would have been gone. Just gently open the eyes and just sit there and just feel how calm and relaxed you are. And then try to hold on to those feelings of being calm and relaxed for as long as you can. The more you do the practice, the longer that feeling of calm and relaxation. So this is a real simple practice. What I would say is, when you do for the first week, then you can do the counting because it gives your mind something to do. After a week, stop the counting, just start watching your breath. If you spend the whole time counting, it just becomes counting and not a meditation thing. So spend the first week counting is fine, but after that, then stop counting. This focus that we're going to get, this teaching your mind to focus on one thing, is a great skill that we're going to want to take out into your work life, your home life, driving, reading, or doing your hobby, painting or whatever, to be able to stay focused. So it's not just a skill for meditation, it's a skill for life. And if we know how to keep coming to keep calm, then never again will that mind be allowed to control us and take things in the realm of fear and anxiety. So try it out. Now, at 7 o'clock tonight on my Instagram channel, I'm going live or to lead guided meditation. And for the next 14 days, 7 o'clock, 14 days, I'm going to spend 20 minutes doing a guided meditation every day, a different guided meditation. That's going to help with, we're going to challenge times in the fear and anxiety. So we'll cover things like passion, befriending yourself, grief and loss, resilience, forgiveness. We'll go through all of these over the next 14 days. So if you're interested, you can join me on the Instagram channel. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. I know it's rushed, half an hour, it's not long enough, I can talk for hours, but I hope that it gives you a good idea. You've got a mindfulness practice to do whenever you're feeling stressed, and you've got a practice you can do every day to teach your mind how to be focused and stay calm. So I hope it's been of some benefit to you. Namaste.
Namaste. It's definitely going to benefit every one of us, and it's as you said, meditation is a skill. It's a skill, and we have to practice it every day. That will make us master in that, isn't it? So everybody has to practice it. And Lamaji, when we practiced for a few minutes or 5 minutes this meditation, our mind and body we are feeling very much relaxed. And definitely this practice, meditation regularly will help us to master this skill. So meditation is a skill. Do practice, everybody, because it will definitely help us to overcome the anxiety, stress and worries in which we are going today. And it has our anxiety, we are all going through a lot of stress, and it has a major effect on our body today, on our lives. So I think this, and we are keeping isolated and lonely today in this quarantine period, and which is making us more stressful, more anxiety is there. And so I'm sure this meditation practice will help us reduce our negative emotions, will help us reduce our anxiety and stress. So daily meditation will definitely help us to perform better at work. So do practice meditation. And Lamaji, we are grateful to you because your presence and your expertise will definitely help us, is going to help every one of us. So thank you so much, Lamaji, for sharing your valuable time and expertise with us. Thank you once again.
You're welcome. I've put my Instagram channel, the link there,
yes.
If anybody wants to join. It is just about trying to get us through these next 2 weeks, challenging 2 weeks.
Even I have read it on your Instagram page. Yes, so Lamaji will be leading guided meditation session, and he'll be on Instagram live from today onwards for 14 days. So he will be live at 7 p.m. at Indian time. That is from today onwards. That is 9, and it will help 9 to 22nd, right, Lamaji? 22nd of May.
Sorry?
You will be live.
Yes.
You will be live from today, that is 9th of May till 22nd of May at 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And it will definitely help you to cope up with this challenging time. So those interested, Lamaji had already posted the Instagram link in the chat box. You can definitely join in every day for 14 days, and it will definitely help you to come out of this stressful and anxietiness. So Lamaji, I once again thank you so much for sharing your you're very much expert, and I could say you are very knowledgeable in meditation, and I'm sure everyone have understood the importance of meditation, and we are going to incorporate into our daily lives for sure. Thank you once again, and I thank my team, entire team who always helps me. So I thank you all, and thank you all participants to come live. And I'm sure that this meditation practice will surely help you all. So see you all in the next awareness program. I also want to thank my brother Agnilu, because through him we could get such an expertise person today with us. So thank you to you too, my brother. And thank you once again, Lamaji. It's been a pleasure to have you here. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.